Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Behind the Lens podcast. I am Oscar Obchinsky.
And I'm Alex Gilman.
Um, I feel like I say this every time, but it's been a while.
It's been a while, yes. It's been
Almost a year since December of last
I
year.
would say it's 6 months for sure.
Over 6 months. Yeah, It's
Okay.
been like 11 months.
Okay.
So
that was a year.
It's been a while.
I guess it was a difficult year lots of stuff was happening anyway.
Oh, definitely. Lots of stuff has happened in the past year, but we're not here to talk about the past year. We're here to talk about some new, fresh stuff. So we're here to talk about a couple of things. Canon's got a new lens. And then we have Alex Gilman. He wants to talk about something special today. And then we have the final topic, which will be about why sometimes when you go to the photography booth and they don't have your pictures. We'll talk about that.
Or sometimes when you go after the competition and you're not finding your pictures.
Yes.
That's the topic.
Yes. So let's start with the new lenses from Canon. They come out with a few different ones, but the main one that we want to talk about is the new 24-105 f2.8. So here, I'll pull it up on screen right here. This is the new lens. It looks really beefy is how I'm going to put it. Like, look at this thing. This thing is crazy, okay? Let me just tell you some facts about it, okay? It is almost 8 inches long, 199 millimeters to be exact, and 3 pounds.
That's pretty heavy.
Oh, yeah. Mish, what did you drop?
So that's okay.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, for the 24 to... What is that, 120 or 120?
105.
105.
Yes.
It is pretty crazy. You know?
That's a lot.
In other words, it's pretty heavy lens, and the size of that lens is quite large compared to the other mirrorless lenses. So why did Canon, make it, and what do you think? Who's going to be interested in buying that stuff?
Well, honestly, for me, I'm not going to be buying this. And I don't think most photographers will be buying this. This is a video-focused lens. Let's talk about that. So why do I think it's video-centric, like video, like designed for video? Well, first of all, look, it has an aperture ring. Right. So
Right.
I don't know why, but video people like having the physical aperture ring. And, Canon had a lot of real estate on this lens. It's freaking long. So they put it there. Right.
Yeah, but I think the aperture ring is it's a phenomenal feature for the videographer, you know, to have. So I don't think any other lens I know an RF line has it.
Canon never puts aperture
Okay,
rings.
so that's the first time. So
I know like Fuji do it or some other Sony does it, but not Canon. They never did that.
So in other words, that's pretty special for Canon to create that lens, and they probably expecting, enough people to actually go and buy that lens. But it's a very specific crowd in my mind.
Absolutely.
It's not necessarily, it's for sure, for sure. I don't want to say for sure, but it may not be a dance photographers who's buying that lens.
No, it is most definitely for the professional kind because if you see on the screen the price, it is not cheap. It is $3,000. So versus the normal 24-105 f4 that we use is about $1,300, which is a lot cheaper. It's less than half the price.
Right.
But let's talk about the other reason why this is video centric. I mean, look. You see this right here? These contacts here. These are designed for something called power zoom. Here, I'll try to find it. Also,
and by the way, that power zoom does not come with the lens. When
no.
When you're spending $3,000, the power zoom is not there.
Here it is.
So you really have to. That's additional little piece you have to get if that's what you're thinking to be use the lens for.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely. Like, it's pretty cool because then instead of you manually turning it, it can be ultra smooth for video people because, for video you need smooth.
So in other words,
zoom.
you just have two buttons there, and
Yeah.
that's a two-button operation.
You have
It's not the ring.
Yeah, you have the T for telephoto and W for wide. Zoom in or out. You have the charging port, and I don't know what that does.
All right.
But this is pretty cool. Let's see how much this costs.
I thought it's $3,000.
It is $1,000 for this power zoom.
Are you serious?
That's a lot more than I expected. I expected a couple
Whoa.
hundred,
I thought 200-300 would.
maybe 400.
I was hoping it would be less than $200, but anyway, for just two buttons. But anyway,
But it has a motor. I mean, okay,
So
whatever.
in other words, to get anything out of that lens, what it's designed for, you have to spend $4,000 compared
Correct.
to. Okay, do we see this camera right now on screen or not?
Yeah, we see it.
Okay, so this lens originally was, I want to say, 2700, and that's 70-200, and it's a very, very common lens for dense photography. So I guess it's a specialty lens.
It is for sure a specialty.
I can see. I mean, we need to talk to more videographers, but I was talking to one friend, and he said actually it might be his next purchase.
Wow.
So he used to be a photographer, but he's specializing now more on the videography anyway.
Yes.
And that's where his majority of the clients are coming from anyway. So,
I mean,
but in any ways, listen. Like I was expecting another something from Canon. I was expecting the lens which would be, I don't know, a little longer lens. So not.
Yeah, I remember you were texting me about that. You're
Right.
like, I was saying like, what the hell is this lens? It is crazy expensive.
I would rather have 28 to 150 or something.
Yes,
like
and exactly.
that.
That's exactly what you said in the text. He's like, wait, I totally agree because 105 is not that telephoto if you really think about it. It's a good range. But for when you're spending $3,000 and for the lens to be this big and this heavy, you kind of expect it to have a little more range. So, okay, I'll give you more stats about it.
But I tell you what, it might be the only lens a videographer need altogether. So that lens can actually be the lens.
I mean, it's a very useful, versatile range.
Right. So I think for the video that may be the case.
Yeah.
So for the people who never invested in a good lens, which there are lots of people like that, it may be just one thing they have to buy.
Yeah.
And if that lens performing to the point the way Canon describing it's performing, then listen, that's great. I mean,
yeah, like for instance, so like I said, this is 7.8 inches long, and 3 pounds versus the RF 24-105 f4, which is the lens that Alex uses a lot. It is 4.2 inches and 1.5 pounds, literally half the weight.
Right, it's half the weight and half the size.
Yeah, a little more than half the weight.
Well,
half the length.
It's actually, to me, that's a big deal. It's a big deal when you're going for assignment and you carrying your stuff. Well, one thing is one more long lens is a lots of stuff in your bag.
Yes, absolutely. Every centimeter in your camera bag and every pound in your camera bag matters. It's 1.5 pounds lighter. Like that's significant. But then again,
being this heavy, I'm thinking that's a lens to be used on the tripod. So it does have.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, exactly. It has the foot. And honestly, I laughed out loud when I first saw these images for here, and I was like, oh, scrolling through the images, and then it was like, oh, there's a foot. I laughed a little bit because that's hilarious to me that this 24-105 has a foot.
Well, it's a long lens.
But then again, exactly.
You holding it in your hands without the tripod and little shake.
But it has a good IS.
Basically, yeah, that's
image stabilization.
That's basically in our world, anything beyond 200 millimeters. I mean, you need to put the lens on the tripod. Otherwise, it's very, very.
But we don't really need more than 200.
We don't. But even like anything 180 to 200. I believe that's a range where the tripod is becoming a necessity. Even it's not my style to use the tripod
or monopod,
for
depending
most of what I do. But really, this is the idea.
The foot.
Well, yeah, that will affect your
Yeah.
your either stills or images.
But
or
again,
video.
this is a video-centric lens, so it makes sense that you put it on a tripod, you give it the power zoom, and it doesn't really matter that it's that big or heavy because it's on a tripod anyway. So that's that. And they come out with a few other lenses, like super telephoto lenses, like those don't matter to us, so we're not going to really be covering those. But I think we should move on to the next topic, which is you. You're going to be shooting at Ohio.
Yes,
That's crazy.
that
Especially
is
considering your first time at Ohio was only last year.
right. And thanks actually to you and your mom actually, who kind of pushed me toward just joining the Ohio last year, and that was some interesting experience I got last year. But I never thought a year ago that I will be actually. I had some assignments there. I did photography assignments, but I didn't actually shoot any pictures on the dance floor.
Yeah.
So this is going to be the first time I'm actually shooting, and not only I'm shooting, I'm a photographer who collaborating with dance production house and Craig and his crews. And the dance production house is again, this is a great company, and they're covering lots of competitions. And we decided that Ohio Starball, against all the odds, it would be a great spot to try to offer some special things. And what are the special things? We are offering VIP photography and media services at Ohio Starball. So I'm going to be exclusive VIP photographer. So what is it? What's in the package? You know what I'm offering?
Well, you're offering some pretty cool and innovative stuff. I gotta say that. So here we can.
Before we went to like 1, 2, 3 and naming what we're doing, do you think any photographers ever offered that stuff in the dance industry?
Absolutely not. That's why this is so special, because people are gonna get stuff that they never had before. So I'm really glad that you're like innovating in this way. So let's start. Like, what are you doing so special?
All right. So what I'm doing so special, for one thing, I want to just state it's very, very simple. I'm probably going to be the only photographer in Ohio who's going to be editing the photos. So majority of the photos will be offered as is, or raw imagery, or images out of the camera.
He means by raw, he means unedited.
Right, unedited images. So for every person who sign up with VIP packaging, every single person will get images edited, color corrected, and print ready. And that's the first thing. So you're getting all the images of the day ready to print. The second thing, which is I'm thinking no one ever offered, I'm going to have, for every person, I'm going to have a media gallery. So in other words, I will be selecting images and exporting them to the vertical 16:9 format, which is, well, essentially Instagram or TikTok. Who else is using them? I mean, I guess Facebook can.
YouTube is using them. YouTube Shorts.
So in other words, you don't have to deal if you pre-order that package. Not only are you getting all your images of the day you order, but you're also gonna get images for the media ready to go. You can just post them on Instagram without doing anything.
Which is really nice.
Which is really nice. It's simplifying.
All you have to do is just take the image, boom, add a caption, post.
And post. That's all it is. And number 3, another thing, I don't think any photographers offer this, well, at least not in the dance industry. Every person who pre-order this package will get a creative reel. Again, when I'm saying reel, it's going to be the video formatted reel, again, for either Instagram, TikTok, or any other platform you're using. But it's going to be well, the best way to describe what I'm offering is go to my Instagram site,
yes,
and go to the reels and look at any reel I posted, the top 10 or top 15 reels. You'll see the 10 to 15 seconds reels, and you'll see what they are. The reels are getting lots of attention. It's much more interesting to people to look at this. and we getting, I don't know, easily, 5 to 10,000 clicks. So this is pretty good number, considering some are getting much more than that, but I don't want to advertise it like that. So in other words, you getting ready to go video creative reel. Again, this is not the reel.
I have it pulled up on screen right here.
Okay, all right. So this is now you're looking at what I'm offering.
And you can always look at it more by just going on his Instagram.
Right. So that's basically three things: all images of the day, print ready. The second thing is media ready gallery, and the third thing is creative reel. So that's all part of the package. You can come by Dance Production House booth and sign up at the competition, or you can easily find Alex Gilman Photography, and that link is in my bio, and you can fill the form right on screen, and I'll get it as soon as you click I'm done.
And this is that the form he's talking about right here. So you can see all the benefits, all the cool innovative things that Alex is doing, along with selecting it, what days, and obviously your info, and then you just hit submit, and then boom, Alex will get it, and you'll get great, amazing shots from Alex Gilman. Boom.
And again, if you have any questions, I mean, when you go to the bio, to the link in the bio, there is a phone number. If you do have a question and you need some answers and you need more details, feel free to call me. I'm answering my phone. I'm actually the guy who is answering the phone when you dial that number. And I will be solving all your questions, and I will tell you everything I know, and I would love to hear a little bit more of what you're looking for. So it's a great collaboration between the dancers and photographers.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to go over one last time what you're offering. So for the 1 day VIP photography / media package, you're going to get 1 full day of photo coverage, and all of those photos will be print ready, along with being professionally edited and being full resolution or high resolution. And then you're going to get 10 of your choosing or his choosing, depending on what it is. 10 Instagram ready images. So like we talked about, all you have to do is shove it into Instagram, add a caption, and then you can post immediately. And then you're also going to get 1 of those creative reels, approximately 10 to 20 seconds, vertically. Again, just ready to post, so you don't have to do basically no work here. And then what else you're going to get? You're going to get this great private web gallery. So essentially, you can just share it, or you can go on it whenever you like, and you can have all your pictures there. You go on any devices, download it, and you can go right away post.
Not to mention, you can invite guests to your gallery. This is your private gallery, so you can visit as many times as you want. You can download as many times as you want, and you can share it with your family and friends.
Yeah, it's not like there's no really limit to how many times you can download, because I know that could be a concern sometimes.
But for some people, it's important to invite family, let's say, to the same gallery, and not only they can view stuff, but I mean, just remember, if you share your gallery, people may be downloading as well. But
yeah, just be careful who you share it with. Okay, and then the 3-day VIP package is obviously 3 days. Again, same print ready, professionally edited shots, but then now you're going to get 30 of those Instagram ready, either 16:9, which is the vertical, or the 1:1, which is just a square, images. And then you're going to get 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 of the reels, which is amazing. I think that's absolutely crazy.
Thanks.
This is so cool, and it's going to be unique. It's going to be custom, and you're going to stand out on Instagram.
In other words, if either way you are dancing pro-am or you're a professional couple, I think from 1 day package, I'm not talking 2 or 3 day package, 1 day package will give you enough material to post every, I don't want to say every day of the week, but let's say every other day of the year you have material to post. I mean, this is plenty to build your presence on the social media. And like, again, I mean, you may have some other photographers in mind you like, but unfortunately, I don't think they're offering this at the moment. So talk to me about that. Call me.
Yeah, Alex is a friendly guy. So all you need to do, you just need to hit him up, call him, text him, DM him, whatever, and then he'll definitely give you a great deal with lots of cool stuff included in your bundle. Like, no need to worry about that. Just if you have any hesitation or anything like that, just feel free to contact him. He'll be more than happy to help you guys.
Thank you, Oscar.
Yeah, no
Appreciate
problem.
it.
So,
what's the next topic?
just make sure that you order by November 11th. It says on the online reservation.
Right,
I don't know how
right.
I don't know how strict that is.
Well, this is strict because the form has stopped working
I see.
when the competition starts. But the purpose of it is not to kind of cut you off from ordering.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come by the booth. Come by the booth. It's Den Production House is the only company who has.
Just ask for Alex Gilman. They'll know what you're talking about.
My package will be part of what they offer. Ask them for VIP package. That's all, and sign up for that.
And they'll know what you're talking about. So just
Right.
sign up for the VIP package, and you can choose either the 1 day or the 3 day.
You can
boom.
choose 2 days, and basically the third day is free. The way it's priced, I don't want to go. I don't think we have that much time, but anyway, the way it's priced, if you're paying for 2 days, you're getting the third day free. So that's the way it's priced. So
There you go.
So for some people who dancing 3 days, this is a bargain, basically. Okay.
Yeah.
So look at the numbers. Look at the link in my bio.
Here's the pricing if you're interested.
Yeah. Take 2 minutes to look at the numbers and what you need to do. But really, you're just picking the day, telling us you're gonna be dancing. If you don't have hit numbers yet, obviously you can put like to be determined. That's okay. I mean, later on they will be there available. So we'll pull your schedule. We'll pull your hits. And I will follow you on the dance floor according to your schedule so you can get the best pictures possible.
Yes.
You will be amazed because usually what's coming out of the camera is actually bypassing most of the people's expectations. So I'm kind of saying Alex Gilman is that great, but believe it or not, that's actually true. It's not about comparing me with other photographers, but it just usually between the photographer's skill or my skill, the camera, the beautiful lighting at Ohio.
Ohio has great lighting, absolutely.
That's an amazing opportunity for you to build your portfolio, your media presence, create your memories. Or if you just want, large print, you'll get the samples, by the way, by the booth, by the Dance Production House booth. Ask for Alex Gilman Photography. You'll see the poster there, so you'll get the sense of the quality anyway on that poster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on to our next topic, right?
Yeah.
This kind of flows into the next topic because how can we get those good shots of you? Simple. It's very simple. It's because you're pre-ordering, and we know you're coming. That's how we can get those great shots of you, is because you're pre-ordering. So we know to shoot you. Right? If you don't come to us, it is very difficult to get good shots. I'm not saying we won't get good shots, but I'm saying there's a pretty good chance that we won't, just because, if you're a person who doesn't order ahead of time, then how do we know that you're interested in our photography, right? So that's why if you ever want great shots, always come to the booth, always come ahead of time, and make sure that you order pictures. I know sometimes you don't really expect to buy it, and obviously that's okay. But if you know already ahead of time that I want pictures, come.
Right.
Let the photographer know.
Right. If you do want pictures and you really think that this is the competition where you want pictures
Yes, absolutely.
to be taken, I mean, don't hesitate. Don't rely on the random photography. The random photography may work for you and you may find a shot or two, but you're not going to have the range of photos because we were just not following you. We were not following you on the dance floor all the time. We are taking random shots, but it's still very difficult. If you're dancing pro-am and let's say you didn't make, let's say you only dance quarterfinal, how many couples are on the floor? It could be 24. Is that correct or not?
For Ohio, it's like at least 12,
So
15.
so imagine this:
So-
if the two photographers shooting pictures in the room, and you have 24 couples on the floor, in let's say 3 couples pre-order already. So
yeah.
this is the odds are yes. Am I gonna try to take everyone's pictures? Absolutely. And Oscar is doing the same thing.
But it's very difficult.
But
You
it's
know,
very difficult.
if you
know.
pre-order, okay, then we know to shoot you for sure.
Right.
And we're going to stay with you longer. But if it would be that random photography that Alex is talking about, then we won't stay for you for that long because we're trying to get then everyone kind of equally.
And just to be clear again, so at Ohio, I'm only going to do VIP packages. So I'm only going to be shooting pictures of pre-ordered VIP packages. It will be other photographers in the room, still from Dance Production House, who's going to be doing random photography. But also is the same thing. I mean, you can come by the booth and tell them that you want the package. This way, they will really also follow you on the dance floor. So it's not just that Alex Gilman is not going to follow you. I would love to follow everyone, and I would love to everyone to have great pictures.
But you know, it's only one guy.
It's just impossible. That's why by telling us coming to the booth. So please do that. Step by the Dance Production House booth and sign up for either the Dance Production House package or VIP package by Alex Gilman. One way or another, it's going to be a great memory for you. It's going to be a great material for media. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal experience the way I'm looking at this stuff. I'm very excited that we're going to be doing that within 10 days from now.
Very shortly.
I mean, it's really pretty close.
Yeah. So just to make it very clear, if you want Alex's Gilman's great shots, you need to come order ahead of time. To make it extra clear, he's only doing orders at Ohio Star Ball this year. So if you want shots by Alex Gilman, you got to come and pre-order. That's how it works. This is the kind of thing that's going on at Ohio. That's kind of like the deal that was made. That's how it's going to work. So they're still doing the random shots. So if you weren't expecting something, then you can still do that. But
not only that, but I mean, listen, Dance Production House will absolutely. I hope I'm saying the right thing. They will have the iPad system, so you can sit down and pick your shot. I mean, that's absolutely...
Yeah, but Alex is not going to be doing that.
Right. My imagery is not going to be there.
Yeah. So, you got to make sure you come by the booth to get Alex's shots. So this kind of answers the question that a lot of people ask. Where are my pictures? Where are they? I was dancing so much. I only have like 10 pictures, and none of them are nice enough. That's because you didn't come and tell us that you're dancing or that you wanted to pick shots. That's the problem that we're having here, is that if you tell us, we'll get good shots of you. If you don't tell us, it's kind of a 50-50, kind of, you may not get it, If you want pictures for sure, you got to come ahead of time, no matter who it is.
I would describe it like this: when you're going and let's say you want the video of you dancing, you come by the video booth and you sign up for you telling them I want to hit 255. I'm dancing.
Yeah.
You prepaying. It will be assigned videographer who's following you on the dance floor with the camera, and that's the only way to really guarantee your footage. So in a very similar manner, photography is the same way. So I would love to follow you on the dance floor, but you need to tell me you want your pictures.
Yes, absolutely. Like, realistically, there's one, maybe two, usually only one person shooting the floor. Think about that. So there's many couples. Like, there could be 6 on a normal size comp, but Ohio there's going to be like probably 12,
more like 12,
15 couples on the floor. At Ohio we're probably going to have at maybe 2, depending. I don't know. We haven't. That's not fully decided yet, but it's difficult. Like, it's just not realistic for one person to be shooting everyone. Like, think about that. How much? Like, the song is only 1 minute 20 seconds long, and there's only there's 15 couples, let's say, in like a quarterfinal round, right? So, or even first round at Ohio, there's going to be. So that's not realistic for one person to shoot. Even two people, you're not going to get that many shots. Plus, that's a lot of footage and a lot of things to go through for the photographer.
Also, remember they have two different rooms. Yeah, technically they do have three different rooms, including the college competition. Okay,
yes, we're not really involved.
We're not really involved in that. But anyway, so you have two rooms.
Two main rooms.
Two main rooms in there. So.
And they have and that's crazy because the smaller room, I say in quotes smaller, because it's just like a normal size comp.
Right.
It's a regular size competition, but then oh wait, you step over to the other ballroom and it's this giant hall. I'm not going to say stadium because it's not a stadium, but it's this giant, enormous room, and this huge floor. It's humongous. So that's where the night show takes place. That's really like the nice room. I'm not saying the other room is not nice. It's also nicely decorated as well. Like Ohio does everything very nice. But, they have two rooms. So at all times, there needs to be multiple photographers out at the same time. So, and if you're not really familiar with Ohio, that quote unquote smaller room, which is just normal size comp, that's designed for Pro-Am. That's where the Pro-Am happens.
Correct.
And the bigger room is
outside
basically everything
finals,
else.
Is the finals happening in the big room in the stadium?
For Pro-Am?
Right, or not?
No. It's basically everything for Pro-Am is there, and basically everything else is in the big room, which with that being kids, and obviously professionals in the night show and stuff like that, that's all taking place in the big room. So, moral of the story, if you want pictures, just come and talk to the friendly people at the photo booth, right? Same thing that you do for the video. If you want a video, you come ahead of time. Just apply that to photo, and then everyone will be better off, because then you'll be getting great shots. It's way better for us because then you're more happy, and we can edit your shots, and just it's basically a win-win-win-win-win-win
right.
situation.
In ideal world, if you I'm sorry. In ideal world, if you're coming by the booth and telling us that you want your photos, we need enough time to go into your schedule, pull your hit list, so we can follow that hit list when we're following you on the floor. So when you come, let's say 5 minutes to the time you dance, it's a little too late. We don't have time.
Yeah.
If I happen to be
for
by
me,
the
it's
booth,
still better than nothing. But give us some time, please.
Right. If you can.
Yeah,
please
absolutely.
come. I mean, the ideal world is like an hour before. 30 minutes still work okay. But really, if you want to sign up ahead of time and you know that you're looking for your pictures from Ohio, and that is the competition of not only of the year, that's the largest competition in the United States.
Pretty much.
So if you want your memories from that, competition,
exactly.
I mean, you just have to commit ahead of time. Go to the Instagram, to the bio in my link in my bio.
Yes,
and
I'll also have it in the description of this video if you're wondering. No matter what platform you're on, I'll have it in the description. So be sure to click on it. Be sure to order. You only have about 6 days from the time of filming, so you got to be quick about that. But again, if anything, call him.
Right.
No big deal. Just call him.
Okay.
So, I think that's it. Any closing thoughts?
As far as closing thoughts, I'm just really excited to be shooting in Ohio. Believe it or not,
Absolutely.
This is absolutely phenomenal. I'm working right now on my marketing material, so I'm really excited. I already created a 7-foot banner. And
wow.
right now,
Nice.
I'm printing one, submitting it to be printed. Well, probably tomorrow or Monday, so I can get it before the competition. I'm also gonna bring some maybe 20 by 30 poster samples by the Dance Production House booth. So to spice it up a little bit and to show people really, because they want to know what they ordering, what they pre-ordering. Yeah. In what they're getting, what kind of quality they should be expecting. Anyway, so, and again, the shots I'm printing there, they just recently taking shots. Really nothing special about them, but I want you to see them in 20 by 30 frame printed, so you can get the idea of what
exactly.
you're
You
doing.
can get an idea of what kind of cool shots that you're going to be getting.
You may not need the 20 by 30 poster in your living room, but actually, I recommend doing at least 16 by 20. That's a nice size.
For like the coolest shots that you get, getting a nice big one, hang it up somewhere. Like that's definitely like printing photos. I feel like is underrated.
By the way, you can print from my site as well. But I mean, I would if you're looking for something really super nice, like a Sisal canvas or something like that, it's all on the website. But for the best quality, I would in that case, I would recommend
either
you
from my site or his site. You can order
you
photos.
Can order for us, yes.
Just directly from the website. You can just click buy there, and you can get it directly shipped to your house.
And interesting
Super
enough,
convenient.
aren't we using the same smog mug?
We are.
We are.
We're using both smog mugs.
How's that happen?
I don't know. Okay. Very brief. I used all the other photo stuff. I tried them out. All of them are pretty garbage. Or not up to my standards. I use Zenfolio.
I thought Zenfolio is okay.
I used to use actually a while ago, like a couple years ago, I used it for a little bit to kind of maybe start getting something, but then I was like, I don't need it. It was good.
I'm surprised you say. I mean, you did use Zenfolio. Right?
I did, but then I tried it recently.
Yeah.
And they made it way worse.
Believe it or not,
they downgraded their website.
I was just offered a free, absolutely free Zenfolio.
Yeah, you're talking about this, and you're saying it's way too slow.
It's no. They just put the completely new version, so it's not upgrade on the old one. And I have to, test it one more time, but it's not going to happen until the Ohio is over. So I may give it another shot and see how that works and what features they brought in. But yeah, the last time I was trying it, it was a little slow.
That was funny.
The biggest thing for me is being able to upload, gigabytes of data, and
quickly and efficiently
from my house. From my computer, so Zenfolio was very, very slow. That's why I stopped even any attempt on using it.
We upload thousands of photos, tens. In your case, sometimes 10,000 pictures from a competition.
Yeah, 10,000. Sometimes it's probably 15 or 20,
depending on the competition.
Yeah.
Like Harvest Moon was about 10,000, but like a bigger competition will be 15,000 pictures. Like that's crazy. Like that's a lot of pictures. That's a lot of data. So that needs to be uploaded very quick. Thankfully, you have fiber internet, so that's very good for you.
Right.
Not good for me. I have like 5 or 10 megabit upload speed, which is pretty dang slow. But we need to upload quick.
For now, it works for you, right? What you got? I mean, you're pretty efficient.
I don't upload that many pictures or very often, so it works fine for me. Plus, I can just leave my computer on overnight. It doesn't.
Correct.
I'm not that.
Right.
It doesn't need to be like ultra.
Right. You can
fast.
do it overnight, so that's not a. I mean, it could be a bottleneck, but it's really not a bottleneck,
Because also I'm uploading less photos anyway than you, so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But also your photos are different file size. I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm actually I'm shooting 45 megapixels.
But what's your megabyte
45
size?
megapixel.
No, but megabyte, like the file size.
The file size is about 10 megabytes.
Yeah, that's the same for me.
Okay, then that's about the same. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're uploading, let's say, 10,000 pictures of. Each of them is 10 megabytes, and that's a lot of data.
It is a lot of data.
Lots of data.
Well, anyway, this is getting a little too technical now.
Right.
Vivid, dragging on.
I want to ask you, what are we planning for the future? I mean, are we planning to continue this podcast? I really like being on the camera.
No, this is fantastic,
and I like to share our knowledge.
100%. Guys, you are also our supporters. So if you guys interact with us more, if you guys ask us questions, if you support us more, we're already more than happy to be doing this, to be sharing this information, because there are people that listen. But just vocalize yourself. Let's hear it. Like, ask some questions so we can answer on the podcast. Like, don't be shy, right? Answer questions wherever you are. It doesn't really matter. If you can DM me. You can, go on YouTube, a comment there. I'll see it. Don't worry. So always make sure to comment. Don't be afraid about anything. So obviously, it would be nice to do it more often, but life is hard nowadays. There's like no time to do
Yeah,
anything.
We
We're
got
trying.
we got lots of topics we would like to talk about, but it just the time is the issue. Is anyway, it's just
It's difficult.
I mean,
We're
let's
trying.
say one more topic I want to bring. I would like to do. I would like to share or love to share my experience with going to London and shooting the UK International.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
that was pretty cool. He did that.
That was a
was
great
nice.
experience. But again, this is not the topic of what we're doing today. But I would love to do another podcast just on that topic, on that competition actually. So that competition worth talking about, making a podcast just about it.
Absolutely.
So, and today we covered. We done.
I think we're done for today. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening to the Behind the Lens podcast, and we'll see you guys on the next episode, whenever that may be. Hopefully in less than a year, though.
It will be less than
Hopefully,
a year.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, anyway, guys,
thanks.
see you later. Gosh, there's so much hair here from my cat.
This is